All right, guys, let's just kind of talk about this assignment that I've added into your lessons here. Mosaic plots are important, and it's also really important that you can correctly interpret what the x-axis and y-axis means. So I've added this assignment in to make sure we can really identify that denominator and numerator correctly. So remember, we're going to talk about the proportion of the denominator that is the numerator. So let's recall what each of these axes represent. So here we have a mosaic plot, and it is based on a survey of products found in the United States. And so the nation also from which each item was derived or imported from is stated here: US, Japan, Germany, France, and Britain. Okay, so just before you get started writing out your interpretations here, remember that this x-axis is the proportion of the total surveyed. Okay, so it's out of the total surveyed. So that's your marginal distribution. Proportion of the total that are the automobiles, electronics, food, and oil. All right, and then this y-axis is the conditional probability, the proportion of each one of these separate industries. Okay, so the proportion of the automobiles, electronics, food, and oil industries that are imported or made from each one of these countries. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is write what these represent, the varying widths of the x-axis and y-axis represent. And then you're going to look at some answers that I got from some of my students on this mosaic plot before. So all of these statements are actual student statements. And so I want you to read each statement, and what's in front, this is what was the intended interpretation of. So this part A was intended to interpret the y-axis. So you're going to read this statement, and then you're going to state, based on what you read in that statement, what their denominator is saying and what their numerator is saying. But if it's unclear, if you can't tell what their denominator is or numerator is, you can write not clear or unclear. Okay? Because I want you to analyze the statements and see if they say what they are intended to say. And then based on that, would this be something that you would mark as a correct statement? Okay? Would you go ahead and accept that or not? And so you're going to do that for all of these different statements here so that you hopefully have a clear understanding of how you can and cannot say what the x-axis and y-axis represent. All right, good luck with that.